Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, and thank you, Emma, for this spot interview. I'm Orestis Nikolopoulos, Director of OceanScore here in Greece.
What brought you to the ESG Awards conference today?
I think myself and ESG, we have like a long history. It goes 3 years back when the first organizers approached me to participate in this wonderful initiative. And actually I'm participating at the ESG Shipping Awards since then, since the beginning. And with this opportunity and with your question, I would like to congratulate them as well. I think 4 or 5 years ago, words like sustainability and ESG in shipping, it was pretty unknown, these words. And today here we are discussing all these ESG related matters and topics, and I think it is the way forward when it comes to sustainability.
What do you think is one of the most misunderstood things about the job that you do with OceanScore and what OceanScore does? And what would change if it was better understood?
Okay, interesting question. I think what it is not so easily understood is the value of controlling your data, controlling your exposure, because what we do, and now you're giving me a nice pass to explain also what we are doing.
Please do.
We are supporting shipping companies with the management of these new environmental regulations like Fuel EU Maritime and EU ETS. And what is sometimes difficult to explain is that right now this exposure might be only the 1/3 or the half of the bunker cost, but in the next years it will be almost as the cost of a bunker and even more. And controlling your exposure from now and creating bulletproof, let's call it like this, strategies, I think it's essential. And more we see that at least the least successful companies are not controlling their data. They do not have control over this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, controlling your data is the, yeah.
What advice would you give to shipping companies that are trying to make decisions between what is truly sustainable and thus beneficial versus the broader greenwashing that we often encounter, as far as being able to tell where there is real long-term grounded value?
Okay. Another interesting question, at least I would say. So, first of all, the elephant in the room. I do not think that shipping companies are keen to greenwash, or I do not think that shipping companies are greenwashing. I do not think that there is such a thing as greenwashing. And that's simple because in shipping we have all these well-established processes and verifications, and we fall under so many regulations that there's no greenwashing. Now, yes, we can say that maybe a small baby step, sometimes we might say that it's a huge step towards decarbonization, which it might not, but at the end of the day, I think that all the shipping companies are trying their best to follow leading shipping companies and their examples. I do not see anyone that is not concerned and they are not taking into consideration the climate change. And I do not think there is greenwashing. I do not think there is such a thing in shipping. And obviously, when it comes to sustainability, the word says everything. In shipping, especially in Greece, it's resilience is something that comes from nature. I mean, I think we have it in our bloods. We are a very small nation, and we are we are the first in tonnage providers. So I think being sustainable means that you get to see how is next year and next year and next year, and through this journey you take the best decisions to decarbonization.
What is one thing that you wish people asked you more about that they almost never do?
What is the cost of doing nothing? What is the cost of just following everyone on a very later stage? I think the cost of doing nothing, because I think what maybe is not easy to comprehend is that you always need to take informed decisions. I think we had also this discussion in our panel. I would say the cost of doing nothing, on sitting still, and I'm not talking about innovation or any fancy sustainability. The cost of doing nothing and not knowing, the regulatory environment and the commercial impacts, maybe.